Tonight on CTV News at 11:30, Canadians everywhere stop to see if Toronto can even the World Series in Game 4 against the Dodgers. Plus, the investigation comes to a close around the North Bay Mayor's expenses.
We pointedly went after the expense reports and the receipts, and so we uncovered a lot of these expenses.
We'll have the latest on what the Integrity Commissioner is recommending. And no word yet on when the pool in Elliott Lake could reopen.
We had this closed for a long time. We managed to get it open, and this is an accident.
City councillors get an update this week on what's next for the Ruben Liudi Centre.
CTV News at 11:30 with Ian Campbell and Rick Wyman with weather.
Good evening. Thanks for staying up with us. Well, what a couple of nights it's been for sports fans. And tonight was no exception. Game 4 just wrapping up a short time ago. Much shorter than last night, with the Blue Jays looking to even the World Series. And it all started with this.
There's a fly ball to deep left center field. Headed back there. It is gone. Brad Jr. gives the Jays the lead.
That was the two-run homer that started it all off, pushing Toronto ahead with a 2-1 lead, all thanks to a homer from Vladdy Guerrero Jr., the franchise face. The Jays looking for a little redemption after last night's 18-inning loss, and they found it. A pop fly with Straw out in left field ends it all. Toronto goes on to win Game 4, 6-2, and evens the series. That means the World Series champions will be decided at the Rogers Centre in Toronto. Highway 69 and 11, I think, are about to get pretty busy with some Jays fans later this week. In other news, the search for a missing man in the Wanapitei River has come to a tragic end, with police recovering the body of a 68-year-old during the dinner hour tonight. Police were called to the river in the area of Highway 537 and Astaire Road in Sudbury around 4:30 yesterday. According to investigators, 2 individuals were in a small aluminum boat near the rapids when the boat tipped, causing one of them to fall into the water. Members of the OPP search and recovery team located the body underwater near the rapids where the incident occurred. Restaurant owners with ties to Manitoulin Island have started collecting funds for Jamaica as a monster storm makes landfall with their home country. Hurricane Melissa's Jamaica's strongest ever storm, striking the island nation today as a Category 5. It's now heading towards Cuba, but it has left devastation in its wake. R&R Eats was connected to Split Rail Brewing for 6 years in Gore Bay before moving west just about 2 months ago. Many of Ricardo Buchanan's family members are in St. Elizabeth, which unfortunately took a direct hit. He hasn't spoken to his family since about 2 this afternoon.
Man, I haven't slept in like 2 days. Like it's just a constant, like just to go through my day. Like I can't keep, I keep thinking about it. Like, and I just wish I was there. I wish I was there. I wish I was there. Because even most of my family, because I know if I was there, there's certain things that I could put in place, just to try to make things a little bit safer.
They've since started a GoFundMe on their social media feed. Buchanan plans to return to Jamaica as soon as it's safe. A highly anticipated report from the Integrity Commissioner looking into North Bay Mayor Peter Chirico's expenses was released today. CTV's Eric Tashner has more.
Kevin Ferris, one of 2 whistleblowers who filed Freedom of Information Act requests into Mayor Peter Chirico's spending habits, has been waiting to read this report from Integrity Commissioner Guy Giorno looking into Chirico's expenses.
We pointedly went after the expense reports and the receipts, and so we uncovered a lot of these expenses that were inappropriately put through.
In his 38-page report to the city, Giorno finds Chirico broke the code of conduct in relation to $5,500 of expenses of the $17,000 he's reimbursed. It all started when a financial review found Chirico racked up thousands of dollars in personal expenses in 2023 and 2024 and used a city-issued credit card to pay for them. These expenses were signed off by CAO John Severino.
He has a lot to answer for in this scandal as well.
Chirico turned the card in back in July. Giorno found there was no evidence of lobbying and no evidence that city expenses were used to provide hospitality to lobbyists. Chirico writing in a statement, "When I used the city credit card for personal expenses, it was always understood that they would be reimbursed. On a few occasions, there were good faith misunderstandings regarding allowable expenses, and I accept responsibility for them. All of those expenses have been fully repaid. Council can now choose its next course of action, Giorno wrote. It may impose one of two penalties, but not both: reprimand him or suspend his pay of up to 90 days. Ferris, though, isn't holding out any hope that significant action will be taken.
We've got certain councillors who already stated their position without seeing the evidence that we uncovered.
Giorno is recommending council ask staff to bring forward a draft lobbyist registry bylaw. Meanwhile, the OPP and Inspector General of Policing are conducting their own investigations into Chirico's spending. The city has spent nearly a third of their annual budget for Integrity Commissioner investigations with this report, a cost totaling $23,000. Council will hear from Giorno at a special meeting tomorrow night. Eric Tashner, CTV News, North Bay.
3 people are hurt and a family displaced after a house fire this morning in Sudbury. CTV's Angela Gemmell has the latest.
Fire crews wrap up their work at the scene of a residential house fire on Hebert Street. 3 people escaped with injuries, including one who needed to be rescued.
The individual that was rescued by firefighters and transferred to paramedics and hospital does have serious life-threatening injuries.
Firefighters from 4 stations responded to the call around 8 this morning. Black smoke could be seen over the house.
From the reports that we have, individuals were sleeping at the time, and one of the occupants did attempt to wake everybody and get them out of the home. And firefighters, as I said, arrived and certainly helped individuals that were exiting get out, and then went in immediately to search for, locate, and then remove the last occupant.
O'Shell says 2 pets were also rescued and are temporarily in the care of neighbors.
There were reports of several 911 calls that individuals may have been attempting to try and get back into the residence, and under no circumstance is that a good idea. That's very, very dangerous. Again, when that smoke or fire is detected, your smoke alarms are going off, get out, contact emergency services, let us get here and take action.
O'Shell calls the smoke and fire damage to the home significant, estimating it between $250,000 and $350,000. The fire is not suspicious, but the Ontario Fire Marshal's office is looking into the cause. As we head into the winter season, O'Shell reminds residents to check their smoke alarms and carbon monoxide detectors. He says Greater Sudbury Fire Services usually sees a change in the type of calls they get. That is, colder months tend to see fires connected to heating sources like space heaters, furnaces, and fireplaces. Angela Gemmell, CTV News, Sudbury.
New tonight, we're learning more about what happened to the Ruben Lee UT pool and where things currently stand with the Elliott Lake facility. 2 weeks ago, insurance adjusters with the city engineers and representatives involved with the pool's renewal met at the pool to investigate why a pump failure resulted in amounts of corrosive muriatic acid being released in the plant room. Pumps from the facility have since been removed and taken back to a lab for more testing. Council, meantime, is still waiting for a report on the extent of damage. The city says staff have told its insurance company how important it is to fix the issue and reopen the building.
Had this closed for a long time. We managed to get it open, and this is an accident. Well, we'll term it an accident until the investigation is completed. So we do ask for your patience. We're pushing as much as we can for this to get completed as quickly as possible. But, you know, dealing with insurance companies in the past, commercial is very different than personal. I hope this moves along quickly.
Meanwhile, councillors this week also got an update on the state of the arena repairs. The city CAO told council upgrades are going well. Foundation work is scheduled to be done by the end of the month. Exterior wall design is ongoing along with the ventilation system, electrical upgrades, and enhanced design options. Council is expected to get a final design package by the end of November with an updated budget and schedule. A coroner's inquest has wrapped up into the death of an inmate at the Sudbury jail. Today, the jury provided recommendations to prevent something like this from happening again. CTV's Amanda Hicks reports.
In the early morning hours of February 13th, 2021, Justin Alexander Trudeau was found unresponsive in his cell here at the Sudbury jail. This morning, presiding officer Dr. Ronald Goldstein read out 13 recommendations submitted by 5 jurors. The recommendations focus on various improvements to be implemented at the jail and by the Ministry of the Solicitor General. The 8-day inquest was examining whether the jail's care protocols and systemic issues played a role, including Trudeau's Indigenous background. The 44-year-old member of Wikwemkong unceded territory died just 4 days into his 30-day sentence, with the cause of death listed as a bacterial infection that spread from his lungs to his bloodstream. The proposed changes include healthcare and staffing, expanding overnight staff and adding a pharmacist to handle medications, as well as enhanced monitoring for inmates with infections, communication and training. The jury called for better communication among correctional officers regarding the status of prisoners. They also recommended new training for staff, including enhanced written documentation and Indigenous-focused education and vulnerable population training. Goldstein acknowledged how difficult this inquest must have been for Trudeau's family and thanked them for their involvement. He concluded it was beneficial in uncovering issues and finding ways to ensure that something like this never happens again. Amanda Hicks, CTV News, Sudbury.
Well, in the next few weeks, the city of Greater Sudbury is moving mobile units from a downtown location to a parking lot across from Energy Court. The units are used by a group to distribute essentials to the homeless and vulnerable. CTV's Alana Everson reports.
Work has started to dismantle the former market location area across from the Sudbury Arena. With the upcoming construction of the event center and the need for additional parking, we've decided to relocate those mobile retail units up to Energy Court, and they'll continue to be used by SOS Sudbury for their operations. Denise Sandel is the co-founder of SOS Sudbury and says the move poses some challenges, like no power at the new site, but she is grateful to the city for providing the space to distribute essentials to the homeless and the vulnerable.
We have very generous people in our community that are talking about getting us some generators. So that will help with that. And we also just opened a barber shop 3 weeks ago, and he needs a little bit of power.
The mobile units will be placed on the outer edge of the parking lot, across from the encampment at Energy Court. We had a consultation with the community partners that operate there, as well as with GSPS, so that we could do a CPTED, which is crime prevention through environmental design, which helps us to decide, make sure that they're going to be placed in an area that's not going to encourage any criminal activity. Sandals says the Energy Court location will be difficult for some seniors they support.
Some people are afraid of Energy Court. Some people won't have the means if they're in a wheelchair.
SOS will continue to operate from the current location until the mobile units are moved in the next few weeks.
I can say last Sunday, I saw faces I'd never seen before. And that's tragic because things just don't seem to be getting better.
The city says there are currently 256 people living in encampments across 60 known locations. SOS Sudbury confirms it distributes over 2,000 items every week. Alana Everson, CTV News, Sudbury.
Time now for a short break here on CTV News. Coming up, Rick will have your full weather forecast. For now, look at the current conditions, and it is a cool one out there, but lots of clear skies and -1 in Timmins and in Chapleau. Bundle up there. 5 in Perry Sound, 6 on the island and North Bay. You guys are our hotspot at the moment. We'll have details coming up after the break.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400 from your screen to ours. Text 10400.
Countdown to Halloween continues. We're just a couple of days away, but unfortunately on Friday we've got precipitation in the forecast.
Our forecast radar, some cloud cover again, followed by bands of precipitation. Also some sleet for the weekend as well. So the forecast not the best for trick-or-treaters. Coming up on Friday night, Sudbury Nickel Belt. Here we go with sun and cloud Wednesday at 9. Thursday, sunshine and some cloud cover. Friday, here we go, 60% chance of precipitation on Halloween night. 6 degrees. So Saturday, here we go. Chance of showers at 4. And again, Sunday, time change Sunday, some sun and cloud, 4 degrees, 4 as well on Monday with the chance of showers. Sorry about the precipitation. Sault Ste. Marie Algoma, mainly sunny skies for tomorrow at 11. 9 Thursday, some sun and cloud. Friday, cloud cover, chance of precipitation at night. Expected high around 6. Saturday, some sleet, some showers or flurries at 5. Sunday, cloud cover, 6 degrees. Chance of showers on Monday at 6 as well. Your normal this time of the year around 7. Timmins, Cochrane, Kapuskasing, sunshine tomorrow at 10. Sun and cloud Thursday at 8. On Friday for the trick-or-treaters, some cloud cover, maybe the chance of precipitation at night, a high of 4. Saturday, some sleet, showers or flurries at 3. Time change Sunday, cloud cover and 3. Monday, chance of showers. Also, a 3-degree day. How about Temiskaming Shores, Kirkland Lake? Sun and cloud for tomorrow at 9. Thursday, cloudy skies at 7. For the trick-or-treaters on Friday, chance of precipitation anywhere from 40 to 50%. Daytime high of 5. Chance of showers Saturday at 4. Time change Sunday, cloud cover and 4 as well, and 4 degrees Monday with the chance of showers at 30%. And that 4-degree weather, by the way, a few degrees below normal. North Bay, West Nipissing. Here we go Wednesday, 9 degrees, your expected high. Nice day there. Cloud cover Thursday at 6. Chance of precipitation on Friday, 5 degrees, your temperature. Saturday, chance of showers at 30%. 4 degrees your expected high. Time change Sunday, cloud cover and 4. Monday, chance of showers and 5 degrees. So a mixed bag of weather coming up in terms of conditions and what you can expect. Sorry about that precipitation, or at least the chance of precipitation on Halloween Friday. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Maybe Environment Canada might have a change of heart. Ian Campbell, back to you.
Let's hope. Thanks, Rick. Well, talk of new election legislation ruffled feathers at Queen's Park today. From changing the set election date to campaign donation limits, Premier Doug Ford is looking to make big changes. CTV's Siobhan Morris reports.
It's a Democratic dance that begins with a visit to the Lieutenant Governor, a necessary step to trigger an election. Now the government's moving to eliminate set election dates, the law in Ontario for more than 20 years.
As far as I was concerned, this is a fake law put in by the Liberal government.
The next election scheduled for June of 2029, but the change would allow progressive Conservatives to stay in power until at least 2030. The Premier of the day can already send voters to the polls when it makes sense for their party, something Doug Ford did earlier this year.
Call an election when the time is appropriate, up to 5 years, but it could be 4, it could be 3.
Most of the opposition fire is aimed at a planned bump to the maximum political donation, from $3,400 to $5,000.
He is widening the trough so more of his friends can sidle on up to that trough.
The Attorney General insists there's nothing controversial here.
Manitoba, Alberta, Nova Scotia all have similar limits, Madam Speaker.
Playing catch-up with municipal rules.
We were well behind the City of Toronto. You can donate $5,000.
But that amount is spread across many candidates. The ceiling for donations for mayor is $2,500.
They're doing this in the middle of a fundraising scandal. What does that tell you about that?
Opposition parties keep leaning on the Premier to fire the Minister of Labour over what looks like preferential treatment in awarding Skills Development Fund grants.
They're just opening the floodgates to more Greenbelt scandals and slush development fund scandals.
The government's also moving to make permanent a per-vote subsidy. The Attorney General says it's about maintaining a balance between private and public money in elections. The Canadian Taxpayers Federation has called it political welfare. At Queen's Park, Siobhan Morris, CTV News.
A yearly event that aims at empowering women returns to the Sioux this weekend. The 4th annual Cities and Oceans Body Positive Fashion Show is on Saturday. CTV's Corey Nordstrom caught up with the group this week.
It's rehearsal time as Connie Corello and her 9 models prepare for this year's annual Body Positive Fashion Show.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
The show is both a charitable fundraiser and a way to empower attendees.
This fashion show serves to remind you that your body is not up for comparison. It's not something to hide. It's yours. It's strong, beautiful, evolving, and worthy of love.
The event, which includes casual wear, formal wear, and swimwear, gets the models outside of their comfort zone. But Corello and the other models are quick to boost one another's confidence.
Every woman kind of struggles with, oh my God, I look like that. And she just kind of lightens the mood and makes you feel confident. And she's like, no, you own it. Like, that's you. That's who you are. You should love yourself. And more women should be like that.
Caitlin Kohler has been with Corello since the first show. Like most of the models, she started off nervous, but she says the event helped her grow confident.
It empowers like every ages, every body type, and like just women in general. It's just nice to see different body types and like different age groups, and it's awesome to see. And each year it gets better and better.
Since its inception, the fashion show has raised more than $6,000 for charities like MS and Arch Hospice. This year, the funds raised will go to an effort closely aligned with the show's brand, a confidence and empowerment conference for youth aged 9 to 15.
For me, it would have been a great workshop to have during that age group. I feel like it definitely helps people develop a better self-image, and with that, you're going to have a better outlook on life.
Tickets for the fashion show are still available online. The Youth Empowerment Workshop takes place next spring. Corey Nordstrom, CTV News, Sault Ste. Marie.
Cambrian College has added a new certificate program. The college is now offering a 10-month dental assisting program. Something they add is high in demand. The program will provide students with a practical and hands-on experience, including a 7-week placement. The Salvation Army is partnering with Pudo Inc., a pickup and drop-off network, to make it easier for people to make donations to thrift stores. The partnership allows people wanting to donate items to the Salvation Army but who may not live close to one. Those wanting to donate can find the free shipping label from the Salvation Army's website and drop off their donation to a Pudo counter. There are around a dozen Pudo counters in the Northeast. Still ahead tonight on CTV News. Bird lovers are going gaga over the crested caracara. We'll explain what all that means after this. A rare bird native to South America and parts of the United States has been seen in the north. It's called a crested caracara. Last week, the raptor was spotted at the dump in the community of Foleyet. A member of the Sudbury Ornithological Society tells us how the bird ended up in the Northeast.
It's very possible that some of these birds get caught up in some of the strong storms and winds and are relocated in locations that they're not normally found. The crested caracara is known to wander at times, like individuals have been seen in very unusual remote areas. They have been seen in Ontario before, but not in any kind of large numbers.
Lom says the bird is part of the falcon family. He adds the bird of prey behaves like a vulture, frequents dumps, feasts on carcasses, and scavenges for food.
It was definitely healthy during the summer, and the last photographs taken certainly indicate that it's healthy. The winter is going to be an interesting test. One of the people we ran into actually said that he saw the bird last year. So if that is in fact what happened, then the bird must have survived at least one winter.
He adds if people are hoping to see the crested caracara, they should not trespass while in Foleyet. Plus, he says bird watching requires patience. Well, some people in Sault Ste. Marie are really getting into the Halloween spirit. The city announced the residential winners for Halloween decorations on the city's Facebook page. Third place was 161 Lake Street. Second spot went to 1694 Queen Street. And the winner was 129 Murphy Street. The winners were determined by the number of likes on the city's Facebook page. Congratulations to everyone. Meanwhile, Algoma University in the Sioux is putting a different spin on its trick-or-treating experience. Instead of collecting candy, members of the Thunderbird community will be going door-to-door in costume on Halloween from 6 p.m. until 8 to collect non-perishable food items for the university's food bank. Algonquin Road Public School in Sudbury hosted a spectacular carved pumpkin display today. It included 200 jack-o'-lanterns carved by grades 4 to 8 students. The creations were on display in the gymnasium, lowering the overhead lights and illuminating the pumpkins while Halloween music played in the background. This spooky school tradition has been happening for more than 20 years. Such incredible work. Way to go, Algonquin. That takes us to the end of our newscast this Tuesday night. For the latest news anytime, remember you can head to our website, CTVNewsNorthernOntario.ca. You can also download our CTV News app. Thanks for watching. Good night.